I just want to start this video off by saying I do not own any of the footage or photos in this video. Hey guys, what's up? So this is part 2 of the Patriots record prediction. I hope you enjoy and let's get into it. So the first game I'd like to talk about is the Patriots versus the Ravens. And unfortunately, I think we lose this one. I think it might be a little closer than last season, but I do think we lose this one just since the Ravens are such a well-rounded team and we have a few weaknesses that still need to be addressed. The next game I'd like to talk about is the Patriots versus the Texans. And I think the Patriots do end up upsetting this game because Deshaun Watson doesn't really have the best of an offensive line, and now he doesn't have DeAndre Hopkins to help bail him out when he's in trouble. So I think the Patriots end up upsetting this one just because of our secondary and our defense, but it'll be a very, very close game. The next game is the Patriots versus the Cardinals, and since this game is outside, I think the Patriots also end up winning this game. I think we have a really good secondary to combat DeAndre Hopkins, and I think we can score enough points on offense for it to be a close game but still pull out the win. The next game I'd like to talk about is the Patriots versus Chargers. And I think the Patriots do come up on top here, but I think it's going to be very close. I think within a 5-point range. Just because the Chargers have a pretty good defense to match our defense, and also an offense that has the capability of scoring points, though I do think our offense has a higher chance of scoring points and a higher ceiling than theirs right now. The next game is the Patriots versus Rams, and I do think the Patriots come on top in this game by 10 or more points. Just because we have a better defense, and our offenses are pretty close right now in the position they're in, but I think it's going to be a very defensive game, and I think the Patriots are going to come out on top. This next game is the Patriots versus the Dolphins, and I think this one's pretty interesting because it is later in the season, so that means that maybe there's a chance Tua's going to be starting. Who knows, that might change things, but I still think right now, as everything is right now, the Patriots win this game by 10 or more points. Just because the Dolphins' defense isn't looking the best, and neither is their offense. There's not enough protection, and there's only really a few big playmakers on the offense. Next game is the Patriots versus Bills, and I think the Patriots upset this one yet again. Just because, like I said in the last video, Bills have a good offense, but they really only have Stephon Diggs and John Brown. So it's really hard for them to combat our secondary with just 2 good receivers, since we do have Stephon Gilmore and J.C. Jackson, who can both easily cover them. And I think they do have a few defensive playmakers, but nothing I don't think the Patriots can handle and come on top here by 10 or less points. And the final game is the Patriots versus the Jets. And I think the Patriots win this one again. The Jets really don't have any great people on offense, and they traded Jamal Adams away, so they kind of have a weaker secondary. So I think the Patriots win this by 20 points or more. So I think the Patriots' final win-to-loss record is going to be 13-3, with losses to the Seahawks, Chiefs, and Ravens. And I hope you guys enjoyed watching. Please like and subscribe. I took a little break for a few days, but I'll be back on uploading almost every day during the week. All right, guys, thanks for watching. We'll see you next week.